Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our D2CL Chinese group stage action today. I'm Durka here in the Join Dota studio. You can probably tell from my voice. I'm not well yet. I'm still a little bit ill, but I'm a lot better than I was over the weekend. Hopefully, I should survive through these couple of games and take you through them. We're starting off not with HGT versus VG Potential today. That's going to be played tomorrow as our second match. First up, we've got actually VG against Newbee, so this should be a pretty good one to kick things off. Let's head over into the draft, see what we're dealing with. And I have no co-commentator today. Slesh is sleeping in. He didn't wake up to his alarm, so we'll hopefully get someone in a little bit later on, maybe Scant or Slesh, someone to help me out with my voice. But let's have a look at this draft. As Newbee are going through, first banning out their Queen of Pain and Shadow Fiend, and against VG, they do love that QoP. They love playing QoP safe lane, off lane, mid. They throw it wherever she can go, really. The first pick Phoenix, though, that's an interesting one for me. Quite often, you pick up a support, maybe an offlaner. Really, your one-role carry comes out in the first 1-2 quite a lot of the time. But picking up a Phoenix there for June, I guess it could be a support Phoenix as well for Newbee, depending on how they want to run it. But more likely than not, offlane Phoenix, not really something that you block pick against Ice. Like, fair enough, his Phoenix is great, but he's got a bunch of other heroes that he really does excel on as well. But Phoenix and Earthshaker, two pretty decent heroes there. Vici, banning out Batrider, Troll, Juggernaut, and Silencer. Silencer, a hero that we're seeing a lot more in China than anywhere else, really. Played as a 4 or 5 support. Usually the 5, you just run around with Observer Wards, and you're held there for your global silence. Kinda like a poor man's Naga Siren. Reset team fights and make sure that the enemy heroes can't get the jump on one of your squishier ones. So let's say Newbee pick up, a gap close. Let's say they've got Clockwork or Tidehunt. Well, they can't have Tidehunter, but something like that. When they blink in, they're not going to be able to get that instant initiation off. Because Global Silence is going to happen. Or if they do, then the follow-up's not going to be there. And now I'm just checking the stream preview, and hopefully it's not lagging. Yes, it's lagging. Oh, God. Right, local recording's off. Sorry, guys. I've turned off. It'll fix in 2 minutes. Yeah, we're still having issues here in the studio. Not entirely sure what's causing it. I think it might be it might be XSplit, the new update, but we'll get the tech guys on it this morning to see what's actually happening there. That's some serious lag. Holy crap. Yeah. Right. The lag will be fixed by now. I've turned off local recording. Back to the draft. Zeus picked up by VG. We've seen Ice take this mid, in fact. So this maybe pushes Storm down to the bot lane. But it could be Zeus off lane, could be Zeus mid. There are multiple ways you can run this. But by banning out the Silencer there, it gives VG the free run into team fights. They can zip Storm in, get the ball lightning into Vortex, and Zeus can follow up. Get him a Yule Scepter, Full Staff, or a Blink Dagger, some form of mobility. And then you can zap people like Phoenix down instantly. Ball lightning into... Oh, they're doing this again. We saw this yesterday against... Oh, was it eHome? Who did VG play against yesterday? Oh man, my memory is failing me. Yesterday, come on, who did VG? LGD. They played against LGD yesterday, and they played almost this identical draft. They've got the global initiation of, well, semi-global initiation of Storm Spirit. Then they've got the vision from Zeus's ultimate. The damage from it, obviously, as well, is very nice. But then the damage from Thunder God's Wrath that bounces around. Can't quite remember what I think their last hero was a Bristleback, actually. So they did have a frontline tanker that was just running at people, while this global powerhouse of Nature's Prophet, Zeus, and Storm were running around demolishing things. Newbee, they decided to go for a little bit of a tank, get themselves some HP and armor, but also very good at pushing down towers. So if they do decide to stop the split push or counteract it with some of their own, then they've got the Dragon Knight to do that. He does decently against Storm in lane. Breathe Fire is great at controlling creep equilibrium, counteracting what Storm does with his remnants. And yeah, it looks like the lag has stopped. Apologies for that, guys. Still trying to iron out some kinks here. And again, apologies for my voice. Hopefully you guys don't catch what I've had. Apparently it's going around. Shiva's been ill. Shane has been ill. It's just a matter of time until Cap and Toby get it now. But Newbee against VG. TI4 all over again, huh? But this time there's no death ball method. There's no death profit. There's no running into towers with Lone Druid and things like that minutes into the game and destroying bases 15 minutes in. This time it's going to be a lot more about pressure and getting those key pickoffs, winning your lane lifestealer there for how it looks like. So no Bristleback, but they will have the chance to teleport lifestealer in, infest into that Nature's Prophet, and jump around the map. Something we haven't seen in a long, long time. We've seen lifestealer come back slowly but surely into Chinese scene. He's coming back with, Batrider and Storm, the old favorites with the infest bomb. But Nature's Prophet and lifestealer, that actual global power. The last time I can remember it happening was back when Koikfu was playing for Liquid. Was it really that long ago? It must have happened before then. But it feels like that was the last time I've seen it. Newbee's 5th pickup. Oh, also lifestealer, a great hero against Dragon Knight.
Razor.
You can run at the DK, slow him down, and rip him apart. Sure, his armor is helpful against the physical damage from the lifestealer played by How, but when you build up some hefty items on lifestealer, kiting Dragon Knight can be relatively easy. You've got 4 ranged heroes that can all, jump around somewhat. Zeus and Lion need some items to do it, obviously, but Nature's Prophet and Storm, they've got the ability to fly around and jump across the map. And no, guys, this is not HGT versus a VG potential. This is Newbee versus VG. The bet will either be postponed, which I'm assuming is going to be the more likely outcome, or cancelled, because HGT versus VGP will be happening tomorrow. So more likely than not, it'll be postponed until tomorrow, and we'll see what happens then. But let's have a look at these teams and see where they're heading. How on the lifestealer going down towards the bot lane with Fenrir playing the Lion, supporting him. FY Jungle Nature's Prophet again, it looks like, while Ice goes top with the Zeus and Super Mid Storm. Over on Newbee, 5-man incursion into the Radiant Jungle here. Moo, right at the back on that Dragon Knight, Banana on the Witch Doctor, Rabbit playing the Razor, Sansheng on the Earthshaker, and June on the Phoenix. I'm going to assume that June goes solo off lane here. There is always the potential that you run an aggressive tri-lane with Witch Doctor, Earthshaker, and Razor. Especially when you're against the lifestealer. You know that VG are going to have relatively weak lanes with this Nature's Prophet, so it's going to be a dual lane down here. If you run the aggro tri with a couple of stunners and Razor, even if you just run Rabbit solo down here, it could be good. And have these two supports stacking, pulling, roaming, They can definitely make things work. I just can't wait to see this again. The Nature's Prophet and lifestealer infest and TP around. Jump inside that tree man and find an opening across the map. One bounty rune going the way of Dragon Knight, while the top one goes to Storm Spirit. So both solo mids getting their fair share of golden XP. But Moo does have the bottle rush going for him, so you'll have that bottle a little bit earlier than the Storm Spirit. Null Talisman will allow him to, harass a little bit more, get a few last hits in there. But DK's base damage, you can't scoff at that. 52 base damage, super. He's not going to have that easy a time. Maybe just focus on last hit and give away. Don't go for so many denies. Yeah, it will be Rabbit down on his bot lane with Banana, but VG have already preempted this. They move Zeus bot, so Ice is going to be dealing with this dual lane. Boots first up on him, while the Lifestealer and the Lion head up top. Now Fenrir is in a pretty awkward position here as June starts wailing away at him. Fenrir fissured up, but there's not going to be too much damage. June doesn't want to take Fiery Spirits just yet, because if he takes Fiery Spirits there, gets stunned, and then open wounds, there's the definite potential that How just rips him apart. So he needs to keep that skill point for dive, and in fact, he might just go dive level 1. Although there's always the argument, wait until level 2, see what's going to happen. Goes with Fire Spirits, level 1. He's level 2 now, so he's going to get 1-1 anyway. Over towards mid lane, Super 7-1, while the Dragon Knight 3 for 0. So Super definitely asserting his dominance here, but Moo does have the bottle incoming. Ice. Being an annoying little bugger down on the spot lane, throwing out Chain Lightnings and Rabbit. You know, he's got plenty of regen, but... Oh, Banana's getting TP'd on it. FY? He's just going to right-click away. He gets the bounty and Banana's scared for his life. That was kind of amusing. He must have seen it coming. You must know Niche Prophet's there. But I guess you don't know who else is on the way. If someone smokes up and heads towards you, Ice getting all of his damage drained. FY doesn't have boots. If Rabbit spots him out and goes for this kill, no, FY is going to back himself up. Ice. Plasma Field's only level 1. This is a level 3 Razor with 2 in Static Link. So he's drained a lot of damage. Goes for the Clarity Cancel there. So Ice having his annoyance turned back against him. Rabbit playing a very good aggro job there. Banana smoked up and looking for... Well, I was thinking he was looking for some kill there on FY, but he's just looking for a little bit of irritation in the jungle. Denial of the ward incoming. It's just back and forth. No, Banana does get the last hit. Sunshine up on this top lane though. How going in? Next probably does TPN. This is where they make up the numbers. There's no Sprout, but there are Treants. And Sunshine, one more right click. No, he needs one more again from How, which he will get with those boots up. June takes down the line with Fire Spirits and salves himself. While Rabbit getting blocked up by the Treants trying to chase down How. DK is en route. No, Witch Doctor's en route with a cask. If this bounces pretty nicely, good movement from How. That was spot on, perfect. Will get drained by the Static Link, but there's no real threat here. And this has given Ice quite a bit of time down on the spot lane to get up Soul Ring and to get some experience. So Moo on this DK, you know, he's going to be tanky, he's going to be annoying to deal with. Pretty good at split pushing with his dragon form. But he kind of has to go for a relatively early BKB. You're dealing with so much magical nuke damage here from VG. Storm Spirit, Zeus, like, you just look at VG's lineup and you think magical nuke damage and then sustained physical from the Lifestealer. Sure enough, Storm offers some right click as well. He's got the overload, he can throw some out. Ice. Not getting the bounty rune there. Good block off from Sansheng. Slash has woken up, so he'll be joining me for next game. Oh yeah. Middle. Fenrir is smoked up and ready to go into the move. I'm not sure they have enough to kill him. 777 HP, level 2 Remnant. Oh, okay, Ice is here as well. Ball lightning in from Super, and the Earth Spike, they'll be able to seal a deal here with another couple of right clicks. All of a sudden, you know, it turns from a 2 versus 1 into a 4 versus 1. I didn't realize that Ice was incoming, but he does fall for that trade. As How is feeling the brunt of the Fire Spirits down on bot lane. So having a look at the last hits and denies, 33 for 4 on the Storm Spread. The Phoenix is doing a damn good job though, 23 for 2, while the Razor and Dragon Knight sitting at about 20 each. You know, How has to start catching up here. He's got a fair distance to actually make up, and he needs those items. He needs to build up those incremental items. This ward has been taken out so many times. Just constant de-warding. Newbee and VG going absolutely ham on that ward spot. It's just Zeus and Lion up against the Earthshaker and Witch Doctor. Who's going to de-ward it best? Well, it's probably going to be the Zeus with the Lightning Bolt. FY, looks like he's probably going to be going into that Orchid build we've seen him do before. June with a haste though. Coming into the jungle, and this makes FY's life an absolute misery. Super now also has to deal with the dragon form from Moo. So sitting back just a tiny bit. They've swapped their lanes around again. We saw how go down to bot, and June rotates around to deal with this. Fenrir, do you still not have boots, buddy? 6 minutes in, nearly 7 minutes in. He's just getting his boots, and there's no upgraded courier. But this is the price you pay with a greedy lineup like this. When you've got one solo support, and it's a lion who needs boots, who would like a blink dagger, yeah, you're gonna go wanting with things like observe wards, flying courier. This poor little guy running around on his feet. How? They're going on June at bot lane. The good, well-timed earth spike. Oh, whoa, stick charges. Lion still takes the kill with a final right click, but June looked like he might just escape there. He even had he could have used Supernova. I guess he thought that with stick charges he was fine. That one rogue last hit though from Lion, somehow managing to catch him out. Welcome guys to those of you just joining us. This is VG versus Newbee. It's the match that has replaced VG Potential against HGT. Where the hell? Okay. I was wondering where the hell Storm was zipping to, but taking control of that top rune, definitely worth it. Moo takes the bot bounty rune on that Dragon Knight. June is now level 7, so he's getting up there. How are we looking net worth-wise? Radiant, looking like they're leading. This Razor, who had a decent time very early on in the game. Now, the fact that Newbee have to switch up their lanes to try and match up against VG, but they're always having to contend with Nature's Prophet TPing in and turning the numbers advantage around on them. And how long has Newbee had this quad lane mid? The Witch Doctor and Earthshaker permanently sat behind Moo. TP back from Ice. Are they going to try and contest mid lane? Because the push is coming in pretty hard here. As again, now it's a different quad lane. Now they've sent Razor up at top. June has joined the fray at mid. Newbee think they're back at TI4. They're going for the Death Ball meta. Dragon Knight on the front lines. Not quite a Death Prophet. What the hell is going on? These guys aren't stacking, not pulling, not getting experience. Sunshine and Banana are literally standing behind Moo, waiting to see what happens. Storm Spirit can't jump in. Well, maybe he can now. Thunder God's Wrath gets cancelled. Dragon Knight just salving off through the damage. Quad lane answered with quad lane. The dive in onto Ice. June still has Supernova, but Storm zips in. Lifestealer how? They're going to take down Moo. A couple more right clicks here. We'll seal the deal with Sanching now. Going to get Earth spiked and taken out of the fight. Banana right clicked. And How is just an absolute machine in this team fight. Sure, he's got Malady on him. Super is dropping low on HP, but Ice can still pump out that magical DPS. June, the only one to survive. Limping away with, a decent amount of HP, but he had to pop Supernova, and that was the quad lane or quint lane from Newbee. Destroyed, dismantled, devastated. All of the D words. They were given the D. And now Newbee are coming back in. They want to fight again. VG say come at us. Super has a DD. How maybe gets stunned up here. Dragon Tail down onto him. Moo right clicking away, but How pops the rage, turns back around towards the rest of his teammates. Juke goes in with a dive, and I don't know whether does this continue? How is dropping low. The fire is, oh wow, yeah, he's dead. One more Fissure. Great play there from June, just keeping the fire spirits up on him, as Fenrir is the second to fall. So maybe VG were a little bit overzealous, overstaying their welcome there. And yeah, guys, I tried to turn off the weather before this game started. I'll turn it off for the next game. Apologies if you don't like the... Is it snow? Is it moonlight? I'm not even sure which weather it is. Why is joined Dota recasting the TI4 final? I'm not sure, guys. I don't see Death Prophet or, anything like that. So it's not quite the TI4 final. But Newbee, they're definitely going all in on this. They seem to enjoy pushing into downs. And when you've got a Dragon Knight popping that that Elder Dragon form, why the hell not? Why the hell not indeed? Oh wow. He evaporated. I'm busy watching the tower while Earthshaker actually instantly dies. Super now though, stunned up with the Dragon's Tail, does have enough mana to pull lightning away, but the Plasma Field takes him out as how now? Static Link draining a little bit of damage, but I don't think they've got enough to close the gap or stun him out. Ice. June jumps in again. Where's the stun? Where's the lockdown? Nothing coming. As Moo TP's out. Fenrir, Earthspite. Oh man, what a play. Fenrir knowing exactly what Moo's going to be doing. Reading his mind like a book as How just wails into him. Right clicks galore as the Lifestealer. 1v1's, well, takes down the DK. He had a little bit of help from his team, sure. Fenrir stopped the TP. FY came in with a little bit of damage, but that was How. That was How killing the DK. So this Lifestealer, huh? 5,000 net worth, phase boots, drums. Does he still go into the armlet? Do we go Sanjin Yasha? What kind of build are we expecting? Race car build is kind of the norm, I want to say, now that we're seeing Lifestealer come back into the game. Armlet is obviously always a very good item on Lifestealer. Just tanks you up a little bit more, gives you attack speed, damage. All of the little stats that you need as a Lifestealer. Where's Moo heading? Are they really going to go in for more? Do they want tier 2s now? Guys, there's a tier 1 at top. It's pretty easy to take. Super. There's quite a few stuns here from Newbee, but they've not got enough instant nuke to kill it. Thunder God's Wrath's going to go out. Okay, Maledict. They've got no chain. They couldn't chain the stuns long enough to actually bring him down. You know, if they had Dragon Tail, if they had one more stun, even a half a second stun, a 1 second stun, then Storm probably dies there to Death Ward and Maledict, but they didn't quite have enough. Sorry guys, it's not snow, it's moonlight. I'm ill, my eyes aren't working, my brain has been demolished. Sunshang taking out the tier 1 mid of his own, gonna get the how? He wanted that tower so badly. Sprinting in with a haste rune, looking for the last hit. The call is to go split push as much as you can. Ice heading up to top lane with his Midas he purchased about a minute and a half ago. Yeah, Newbie realized, hang on guys, you know how we've taken the tier 1 towers on both of the other lanes? There's still that one up at top, it's gold, ready to be taken. Dire, fortify those structures, just holding out on that bot tier 1 while the TPs come in. Ice has Thunder God's Wrath level 1. He would love to be level 11 right now. Super, Lifestealer's inside of him. Ice gets caught out with the Fisher in jump super though. They're going to get the Razor. Instant gear up there by Ice. Sunshang though with a pretty decent Echo Slam. Banana taken out of the fight as How is still full HP and full on rage mode. Sunshang on the run now. How chasing him down. They've got no slow, they've got no stun, but I don't know, the Fisher will only keep you out of this fight for so long, Sunshang. Open wounds is off cooldown and this is the end of your fight, my friend. Earthshaker gonna drop. Oh, no in-game voice. Why is this happening to me? Apologies, guys. It is now on. I don't know why it disables itself. I do apologize. But that was four heroes down for Newbie. While VG, you know, they push in bot lane, push in mid lane, win a team fight top. They don't defend their tier 1 tower, but it's a tier 1 at the end of the day. Doesn't matter that much. Dragon Knight rushing the BKB. Razor. Ooh. Please tell me, okay. I was going to say, please tell me he has something on the career, because that mech is a little bit delayed. 16 minutes in isn't that bad. So they'll have the mech for when they want to push in even further. But making this timing hit is going to be difficult. I wonder if Super goes back for his Yules this game. We've seen his Storm Spirit do this exact build he's got so far. Treads, Bottle, Soul Ring and point boosting, you know, the regular build-up into the Bloodstone. But then he goes back for a Yules. Usually it's to deal with, you know, stuns and silences on the enemy team being a little bit too much to handle. How? Rage GP? Nothing that goes through the Rage. They actually have nothing. Static Link is the only spell there. Supernova. Echo Slam doesn't. The first wave is pure, but it doesn't pierce magic immunity. Yeah, so it's Supernova and Static Link. Now Newbee, they reset. They really want this BKB up on move. They'll probably smoke up. Yeah, they're going to go for a pick off. They know they need to start taking control of this Radiant jungle. Super is just farming up too efficiently. Thunder God's Wrath. Oh, they know. They know! The timing of that from Ice 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 was just so spot on perfect. This does allow Newbee, though, to push in bot lane. They have successfully taken over the Radiant jungle just by walking through it. So the Smoke Gang has accomplished something. It wasn't completely wasted. Fenrir and Hound pushing out mid. The split push is real. Orchid is nearly done for that Nature's Prophet. But Tier 2 tower is being taken down at bot. Super prepping himself. Not going for the Yules. Going straight into the Bloodstone this game. As Ice 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 is level 11, but with that scouting Thunder God's Wrath. Oh, how! Instant rage after TP and Moo caught on the wrong side of the tracks. Sunshine considering the... Ooh! Fenrir! That's not fair! He suddenly sneaks in from the side and Dragon Knight? See ya, buddy. Finger of death to the face. And now Super's looking for more Lifestealer inside of him. Does he go for the long zip? Doesn't look like he does. They've got no vision. They don't know exactly where Newbee are. They don't know where to target that Bolt Lightning. And FY is being an absolute nuisance up on this top lane. Ice, ice, ice. Where are these wards? Actually, where are the Dire wards? They've got one up here defending their own jungle, and apart from that, there's nothing. The Radiant have got wards over Roche. Well, over Dire Ancient Pit and Dire bot lane. They've got one in their jungle protecting themselves there. One aggressively in the enemy jungle, so pretty aggressive wards, you know, in the final third or so. Well, in the enemy half, definitely. Whereas Newbee just don't have anything. So going for smoke gangs, going for aggressive moves through the jungle, it's always going to be a risk for them. If they smoke up and run in, I don't know. They've got to cross their fingers and hope it works out. Moo has decided to give up on BKB for now. Claymore for him, so he's going to be moving into that Shadow Blade. I guess instant initiation is something that they're lacking a little bit. Without... I'll take a blink, without some kind of hero that can jump in. You know, they don't have that Storm Spirit. They don't have that Lifestealer. There's nothing that can get in there and take someone out of the fight so they can turn the numbers around. And that right there is one of the biggest strengths of Zeus right now. I think one of the reasons why we've seen him switch from mid to off-lane support is that even with relatively low farm, low levels, you're still very good at dewarding, you pump out global damage, you can vision, you've got so many facets, and Midas isn't an awful item on you. Going for that 15 to 20 minute Midas just as a comeback mechanism, get yourself up to level 11, 16, build up into those bigger items later on in the game, because farm priority, you aren't going to be the king. Oh man, FY the Fan June. Orchid, the debut is made. As the right clicks come in, how gonna seal the deal? As Nature's Prophet actually takes the final right click in. I thought How would finish it off. He needs his Sand and Yasha, he needs the gold. Yeah, I've been worried about this. I'm not sure if you guys in chat have been asking for it, but I've been holding out until around 20 minutes to see how bad it is for Newbee. You know, early on in the game, it's what, about a 5,000 net worth lead overall for VG. But ever since they started deathballing, like since that Rabbit. Super zips away. But yeah, actually bot lane, How caught out, stunned up, and taken out. Dominating streak goes the way of Dragonite. Is FY now. Can they catch him? Can they find him? Fiery Spirits, there's no further stun. Mid tier 2, probably going to fall here as Ice and Super just wailing away on that. We'll come back to the net worth graph in a second, guys. Thunder God's Wrath from Ice, scouting out where Newbee are moving to. Right, but yeah, you know, around 12-13 minutes in, that's when Newbee started quad laning. That's when Newbee started deathballing. And that's when VG just said, okay, we're going to split farm, split push, and split your team up in team fights. Fenrir, you okay there? He looks okay. He's gonna hide in the trees. Where's he going? Back to base. Oh, FY. They've got the lifestealer inside. But where do they go? There's 5 people from Newbee already down this bot lane. In line with that Blink Dagger. You know, they've got plenty of forms of initiation right now. Shadowblade from Moo. Banana. You know, Aghanims isn't a distant thought. He's got the point booster. He's got about 1,000 gold, so 2k away from that. Sunshang, where's your blink though? That really is pretty far on the horizon right now. As Rabbit is building up into a BKB, 1,200 gold away from that, so it's going to give them, you know, some pretty decent sustain in team fights. Maybe take the pressure off June, so June can just dive in, get Fire Spirits onto a couple of heroes, and Supernova. While Razor focuses on Lifestealer, the Dragonite maybe goes in on the Storm Spirit. And Roshan's still hiding away in his pit. Every smoke the Newbee have made, you know, they've tried to catch someone from VG off guard, but they never find the right opening. VG just very good, both map awareness, but also game sense wise. They realize that when they're split pushing lanes, they're at their weakest. Fenrir now with a Blink Dagger can hide away in the trees. But farming their own jungle, even that isn't that safe. Until you know exactly where Newbee are. When they reveal themselves after smoke, that's when you show yourselves on lane and say, hey guys, we were here all along. Banana's had enough of this. Buys himself a gem. He's going to try and be a little bit more like Zeus. Ooh, sudden lag spike. But now we've got a role reversal. Radiant have no wards up while Dire have the aggressive ones. Watching bot rune spot and pretty deep into the Radiant jungle. So, you know, that smoke that Newbee just did that looped back around into their own jungle? It's a bit unusual. They've got these aggressive wards to just push down into bot lane. I guess when you've got this lane pushed out so far here, you do have to keep the momentum going before you do a move like that. Whereas top lane, you know, they had this creep wave going. They had the pressure building. Net worth lead plateauing a little bit from VG. Newbee doing a decent job farming overall. They're getting some gold up on their supports. Blink Dagger from Sancheng. It's not that far away now. I was looking at him a couple of minutes ago and said, you know, it's a pretty distant thought. The idea of Blink isn't going to going to be the foremost on his mind, but like Banana buying gem and Observe World, Sansheng getting full-on farm priority here. And both BKBs picked up now for DK and the Razor. This could be a point at which Newbee take full advantage of the rubber band. Okay, VG, you've wound it up real tight. We're going to snap it back in your face. They've got decent team fight. They've got pretty good lockdown. If they can, if they can find the Storm or kill him instantly, then I could see fights going very, very well for them. Oh man, but this isn't going to work out. If Rabbit gets insta-killed, Moon outpumps his BKB defensively. How? Tries to take down the Supernova as Super killing off Sansheng in the back lines. In fact, FY is going to be the one who TPs in to try and right-click him down. Ice focused by Moo. Fenrir throws down the Earth Spike and the Death Ward. Sure who that's really aimed at. Sansheng just buy, yeah, Sansheng buys back. Okay, Blink Dagger, see ya. That's not going to be happening for quite some time. And FY, stun, Fisher, Echo Slam, nothing. Couldn't stun him through the trees. Really unfortunate there for Sansheng as he buys back and doesn't make anything of it. Poor old Newbee. They got their big items. They knew that they were probably going to look strong in a team fight. But if they get picked off one by one like that, you could kind of see it though. Even with Rabbit dead, the team fight didn't go 100% VG's way. It wasn't, a complete walkover. There was still Newbee fighting through it. The DK tanking through a lot of damage. Earthshaker buying back, okay. Made a little bit of an impact. But it's VG's split pushing that Newbee have to deal with. FY is going AC. No, Mjolnir. He went AC in his last game. I thought that was what was going to happen with his Hyperstone. But Mjolnir gives him that little bit of extra burst damage and also helps with split pushing. Ice with the Aghanims completed as Fenrir. What's he running around with now? 600 gold after that blink. Not too shabby. I just kind of feel sorry for Sansheng. Yeah, he had like 1500 gold and then has to buy back after dying. And his Blink Dagger, I don't know. Will he get one this game? It's 30 minutes in. That net worth lead, which is plateauing a little bit there for VG, suddenly takes a hike. As XP wise, pretty much the same story. They're gonna go through. They're gonna make use of this relatively aggressive ward. They know who's gonna be on high ground here. They don't know who's gonna be up here though. Shadowblade from Mook gonna start things off. Then they're not gonna find anyone. Storm. Oh man. He's got to count his lucky stars then. Like a half a second deviation in the movement there. If he'd gone a little bit earlier, a little bit later. I don't know if he survives. Gets stunned up by Moo. Sansheng's ready with a Fisher. All sorts of nonsense can happen. How with the race car build, like we said, face boots, Sanjin Yasha drums and armlet. Next up for him, I'm going to assume you go for the Super Basher. Abyssal Blade against these two BKB carriers. Run up to them, stun them, and then if it's the Razor, you probably start running away. Because Static Link is super annoying. For the Zeus, does Ice go mobility? Do you go Full Staff or Blink Dagger? Refresher is obviously always a thought on your mind as a Zeus when you've got Aghanims, but it's a lot of gold to expend. He hasn't really needed too much mobility in this game, so I can feel him going straight into Refresher actually. Oh! No Super Basher. So Moo with the 21 armor there. Razor is pretty good on armor as well. 11 armor. I guess he hasn't really gone for any stat items, so his armor hasn't built up too much. But he's an Agi hero. I guess Agi gain is not that great, too. Oh god. Banana. Looks like Fenrir jumped in and took him out, while Super wants his BKB and goes for Sansheng. Suddenly, A 2-for-1. Lion drops, but FY has joined the fray. The BKB from Moo is already popped, and now he's got nothing left in the team fight. Rabbit, slowed down. BKB's himself. Can How actually fight into this? He's getting all of his damage drained. Lifestealer, focus down, right click, Moo. Turns back around with a Dragon Tail. How jumps into a creep, jumps back out, and is instantly taken out. Not too sure about this from VG. Started off well, but ended pretty poorly. I can't wait until I have a co-caster for next game. Apologies, guys. My voice is starting to die a little bit. Yeah, you can hear it there. The little voice crack. But I'll have a co-caster next game. I'll go and take some parasites. Oh dear. And then as I'm talking about it, I miss a kill. I'm gonna go and drink some tea, take some paracetamol, and hopefully don't die. How did that affect net worth? Not really too much at all. Because they lost the Razor just now up on top lane, you know, the teamfighter bot was a wash. It wasn't a win, it wasn't a loss, but because Newbee are behind, they can kind of count it as a decent fight for them. Fenrir, oh shit. Banana, you can't do this. Gets blinked on and evaporates under the pressure. Maybe Fenrir dies here, Fire Spirits and Sunray, okay, they will get the kill on Lion. But Banana on this Witch Doctor, he's like, I'm gonna go and D-ward. All of a sudden takes a Finger of Death and level 3 Thunder God's Wrath. Whoa, 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 whoa. Phoenix. How is Super? They don't want you sticking around, and now they've got a gem. They've got some kind of reveal here onto Moo. The Meg's gonna keep him alive a little bit longer as Rabbit throws out the static link onto Hal. Moo actually turns back around and tries to fight up against this. But Ice 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 is here and ready. Super with a static charge up on him. And Ice 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 with a lightning damage output. Easy, easy tier 2 tower for VG. The instant kill potential. Instant. From VG is ridiculous. 1 second Witch Doctor's here. The next second he's not. 1 second, the Phoenix is here. Next second, he's not. Moo and Rabbit, tanky as they are, they have to try and run away from these fights and kite people around. FY, FY, FY. It's going to TP out. They're not going to get him. No. No. Every single time Newbee smoke up, it just does not work out for them. Does not work out for them. And now Moo, yeah, ceases to exist within a split second. He goes from 100 to 0. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm just watching Twitch chat now. Rip Caster, Casterino, Deaderino. I'm sorry, guys. I will get some tea and honey. Don't you worry. First set of racks here being pressured by VG, even as Newbee defending valiantly, I want to say. June running in there, but he's going to die. Sunshine and June both down and out for the count. DK still dead for 25 seconds. The static link not going to last long enough for Rabbit to drain too much damage. They defend one of their ranks, but it's only the ranged. Melee has already fallen. FY taking the bot tier 3. GG is cold. Go on. Ice, ice, ice. Do it. Oh, he can't. He can't double ult. He's going to refresh an ult anyway, because why the hell not? Right, game number 1, guys, going the way of VG. I'll be back in a couple of minutes after some tea, honey, and with a co-caster. Slash will be joining me. We'll be back with game number 2 shortly. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Hope you guys don't catch the sickness from me over the internet. We'll be back soon.